Right, here we go. We can now cross back to St Jakob Park in Basel and speak to our match commentator, Joe Shannon, who has the all-important team news ahead of the Women's Euros final.
Good afternoon, Ollie. One change in the event for England. Carter for Morgan in the back line. Lauren James is fit and she does play. Otherwise, it's the same team that started that semi-final victory over Italy. So Hampton in goal, Bronze, Williamson, Carter and Greenwood, Stanway, Toon and Walsh, James, Russo and Hemp, the front three for England. Everybody else is fit enough for the bench. In terms of the Spain side, two changes for them. Alexandri back from suspension replaces Mendes, and Del Castillo for Pina is the other change to the starting 11. That no doubt will have been a real headache for the Spain head coach Montse Tomé. So it's Kata Koy in goal, Bache, Paredes, Alexandri and Carmona, Bonmati, Patriguijaro and Puteas in midfield, Caldente, Gonzalez and Del Castillo up front.
Joe, thank you very much indeed. So, Lianne Sanderson, Lauren James starts. They were sweating over her fitness, but Sarina Wiegman has made the call to start her in this game. What do you make of that decision?
We'll see after the first 10-15 minutes. I mean, Lauren James is my favourite player for England. Like, love watching her play, maverick type of player. But I don't know, this is a big call, this. I mean, it's the same as Williamson left the stadium on crutches and in a boot after Sweden and then started against Italy and didn't look at the races. That's my concern. We've got so many players in this lineup that are carrying injuries or little niggles.
Perry, right decision to start, James?
Well, as Lianne said there, we'll have to wait until the first 10-15 minutes because, as I said before, you can't take chances at elite level football with players' fitnesses. So I don't think it's gamble. I think she must be 100% fit. I don't think Sarina Wiegman will take that chance. And the other change, what Lianne actually sort of alluded to earlier, wasn't it? Because you didn't think that Morgan would play that well, and then Carter comes back in there.
Yeah, massive call, massive call. I mean, she's not going to play Maya Letizia in the final, is she? That's what I'm saying. I think Maya should have had more opportunities. But this is a massive call bringing Jess Carter back in. Everything that Jess has had to do over the last 2 weeks is an absolute disgrace. Yeah. But her performances, and it should never happen, but her performances at the tournament wasn't great. She doesn't need me to tell her that. It's pretty obvious. So to bring her into this lineup in a final, that's a massive call, a massive call. I did say there was fragilities down our left-hand side with Alex Greenwood and Esme Morgan in there, but I'm quite surprised that Jess Carter's gone back in there.
Is this her chance, though, Lianne? Like you said, you know, what she's been through in the last couple of weeks, this is her chance to get out there and let her football do the talking. Do you think that's behind this decision from Sarina Wiegman?
No, I think Sarina's done it footballing reasons. She didn't come out the lineup due to what was happening to her off the pitch. She came out the lineup because she wasn't performing. So, you know, and I think that was the correct decision. But to do that and then to bring her back in the final, it's a massive goal. I mean, Jess Carter's a good player. She's not having her best tournament, but she's a good player. And I think the biggest problem, one of the problems coming into this tournament, Sarina Wiegman came in with loads of players that were not fit, loads of players. She couldn't know her 11 because she had to wait until they showed that they were fit enough to play. So, I don't know. That's kind of a concern for me that there's so many players out there in this 11 that are carrying injuries.
OK, we'll get into that in more detail in just a moment. But our reporter Uma Gurav is outside here on Wembley Way, which is absolutely bouncing at the moment. And she has some England fans alongside her.
I do indeed, Ollie. Oh, it's getting close to crunch time. But I've got to say, everybody here seems to be feeling pretty good. And I've got one fan with me. Sam, you're feeling pretty good, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm feeling so excited for this game. I'm really looking forward to it.
We've had the team news in. One change from the team that beat Italy, and it is Jess Carter who comes back in for Esme Morgan. How are you feeling about that?
I think it's quite a sensible decision to put her in. Obviously, Jess Carter's had some off-field action, which could have played on her mind a bit, but she's obviously feeling all right to start. Esme Morgan was brought in for Italy because of her height. We don't necessarily need that against Spain, so the fact Jess Carter can come in, feels good to do it, I think it's the right decision. And I'm confident in that back line.
We've been here before, we've been in the final against Spain. What is it that England need to do to make sure that the outcome of this one is a good one?
I think it's probably going to be a bit like Italy did against us. It's going to be a sit back and hit them on the counter, because the last time we played them, Spain really dominated. They had all the possession, they had all the shots. Probably going to be similar today because Spain have been on a 10-game or 11-game winning streak. So I think it's going to be have to sit back and try and nick it on a counter, which when you've got someone like Lauren James in the squad, great that she's fit and able to start. She's the player that can do that.
Do you think she's going to be the difference, or is it going to be one of the bench stars yet again? Who are you looking at to really change the game for us?
Well, I think Chloe Kelly and Michelle Adjemang are the obvious ones, but for me, I think Beth Mead is the one that can really come off the bench and do something. She obviously won the penalty. She hasn't got much plaudits for it, but I think she goes a bit under the radar. She doesn't hit the headlines necessarily all the time. time, but she puts in a great performance every time, and I think she could be the difference maker off the bench.
And finally, if you're Serena Wiegmann, a couple of minutes before the game, what are you saying to the girls ahead of this one?
I think I'm kind of trying to calm them down a bit. I don't want to get them too riled up for it. I don't want to get them too stressed. I want them to go out. I want them to play their game. We know people like Lauren James are great when they're confident, great when they're kind of casual on the ball. So get them in the right mindset. Don't make it too big an occasion, as much as you can do. And yeah, that's it basically. Just try and keep them calm.
Simple as that. There you go, Ollie. Cool, calm and collected. Let's go, Lionesses.
Uma, thanks very much indeed. Superb bucket hat on that man, I've got to say, and I think that's an 06 England shirt too. Everyone is in the mood here at Box Park, Wembley. We're just over an hour away from kickoff. That man there was asked about the fact that the finishers remain on the bench then, because Jess Carter is that only change. How's Chloe Kelly feeling in this situation? Because you were calling for her to start, Lianne.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Chloe, I'd be fuming, to be honest. Like, the fact that it's a team game, ultimately. I think Serena's given her, and she knows her role and responsibility. But, like, the fact that Lauren James is being sent out there when she's not 100% fit, you can't be. She come off at half-time in that game. But I think with Lauren James, though, I just want to say, like, there's this misconception that she doesn't defend. And it really annoys me, because she does defend. She's very nonchalant in how she plays football, but that doesn't mean she has to be tracking back, doing slide tackles and all that. Everyone's focused on her. Ella Toone didn't look, you know, she looked tired the other day, but no one's really talking about Ella Toone. It's always like Lauren James doesn't look fit. And if Lauren James can get the ball, she is that difference maker. She does things that other players cannot do. So I understand what Serena's doing, but if I was Chloe Kelly, I'd be absolutely raging.
Do you agree, Perry? Kelly raging about this?
I think what you've got to do is you've got to turn that energy into positivity, which Chloe Kelly has done brilliantly throughout our career for England. I'm just looking at down our left-hand side with Greenwood and like Carter coming back in. I know Bonmati plays in midfield three, but she sort of operates, I know they're very fluid down there right with Caldente. That all the individual battles are going to be huge, but I think that is going to be massive down our left, Spain's right.
Right, just very quickly from both of you. I'll start with you, Lianne. I want a prediction for this game. How's it going to go? Is it coming home?
Heart and head.
Oh, head and heart. I'm going to say my head's telling me Spain are going to win 2-1, but my heart's telling me, come on, England. Like,
always go with your heart, Lianne. What about you, Perry? What are you saying?
You know what? I think there's massive psychology that's in this game, and the last team to stop Spain from scoring was England. When we beat them, they've won last 10 on the trot. So I think as well, the longer the game goes on, if we can stay in it, Spain know that this England team have the resilience and have players that are coming off the bench proven to change the game. So I think if the longer we go in it, I think then the pendulum gradually swings into ours. I think we're going to win after extra time.
Wow, after extra time as well. I mean, it's going to be draining for those England players, isn't it? So much off the ball work is going to have to happen. It is an elite Spain team, but it can be done. In Serena, we trust.